What's up, guys? Welcome to Get Into the Facts. Again, I'm your host, Andrew Curiel. I'm really excited for today's topic that we're going to be going over because it's really kind of taken over uh, society a little bit when it comes to AI technology. Okay. And honestly, this AI stuff is getting a little creepy. It's getting a little creepy. Like it's already on a base level. It's got general knowledge more than the average human by far, by far. So I think everybody needs to kind of understand a little bit more about AI and what like the tech billionaires are really saying about it as well. So we're gonna hop right into it, guys. Get right to business here. Just to give a little synopsis of what it is, AI technology in simple words. The definition of artificial intelligence is the theory and development of computer programs that are able to do tasks and solve problems that usually require human intelligence. And again, guys, think of it like Limitless, the movie Limitless. How you take that pill and you automatically can use way more than just 10% of your brain. Now imagine that able to use 100% of your brain basically, and you're a computer, so you're not human, so you actually are able to have a photographic memory, have all access to the whole internet, have access to everything. You don't have to read anything like in Limitless. Like, you just are plugged in to the internet. You're plugged in to all just all software that's out there. So that is a little weird. Like, you're gonna the I don't think people understand when it comes to AI. Once it's out in the public and it's got access to have people message it and having conversations in different languages with different types of people and understanding the nuance of just regular humans, it's going to retain all of that information and learn from it. And so it's going to grow exponentially. And I don't think people really understand that. Like, it's going to, like, now that we're at the Chat GPT 4 level, it's going to be like the phones. Like, we come out with a new phone every 6 months. This AI is going to rapidly grow day after day after day after day. Like, it's not going to take 5-10 years for this to reach the next level. It's going to be months, and then it's going to be like weeks. It's just, I don't think we really are comprehended this, guys. I really don't. So we're going to go over some of the advantages and disadvantages of it, all right, that I found here. This is towardsdatascience.com. The advantages of artificial intelligence applications are enormous and can revolutionize any professional sector. Because again, guys, it's not like AI doesn't have any positive benefits. There's a lot of positive benefits, but I think the negatives are kind of outweighing the positives. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over the positives real quick. Reduction in human error. Example, in weather forecasting using AI, they have reduced the majority of human error. Okay. Takes risks instead of humans. Yeah. Have you heard about the Chernobyl nuclear power plant explosion in Ukraine? At that time, there were no AI powered robots that can help us to minimize the effect of radiation by controlling the fire in early stages. As any human went close to the core, the core was dead in a matter of minutes. They eventually poured sand and boron from helicopters from a mere distance. AI robots can be used in such situations where intervention can be hazardous. It's available 24/7, helping in repetitive jobs. And that's a positive and a negative because it's going to take away a lot of jobs. I mean, there's a lot of repetitive jobs. How are we going to replace those repetitive jobs in the economy if we're going to just unleash it for all that? So that's a positive and a negative. Digital assistants. We all know that organizations have a customer support team that needs to clarify the doubts and queries of the customers. Using AI, the organizations can set up a voice bot or chat bot, which can help customers with all of their queries. We can see many organizations already starting using them on their websites and mobile applications. Again, that's a positive and a negative. A lot of customer service jobs, a lot of phone jobs are going to be taken out. And I mean, they're already outsourcing these jobs anyway. To India and other places. So it's not like we are losing those jobs a lot in the United States, but I'm thinking of worldwide issue. Like, this AI is going to wipe out a lot of those jobs. Faster decisions, obviously, daily applications. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Daily applications such as Apple's Siri, Windows Cortana, Google's OK Google are frequently used in our daily routine, whether it is for searching a location, taking a selfie, making a phone call, replying to a mail, and many more. New inventions. AI is powering many inventions in almost every domain, which will help humans solve the majority of complex problems. That is true. And then again, we're going to go into the negatives because there are a couple negatives like we were kind of talking about. Number one, high cost of creation. As AI is updating every day, the hardware and software need to get updated with time to meet the latest requirements. Machines need repairing and maintenance, which need plenty of costs. Its creation requires huge costs as they are a very complex machine. All right. Making humans lazy. I mean, we're already doing that, guys. I mean, technology's already gotten to a point where the average person is way lazier. I mean, the what one little thing that I always like saying, as kind of a joke, but it's not a joke, is that we're in the age of the most information accessible to anybody, right there on your phone. We can Google anything and be able to find answers to anything. And it's never been this way. At least at this easy of a capability to get it. You know what I mean? Usually you had to go to the library, stuff like that, go to a college, stuff like that. But now with the internet, we have access to this information. So this is the easiest time to get information, but we're also in the age of the laziest consumer, where we don't even want to do that. You know what I mean? And this AI, this chat GPT stuff is going to make it even worse. We're definitely going to be a lot more lazy from that. Unemployment, as AI is replacing the majority of the repetitive tasks and other works with robots, human interference is becoming less, which will cause a major problem in the employment standards. Every organization is looking to replace the minimum qualified individuals with AI robots, which can do similar work with more efficiency. I mean, I understand it from a business standpoint, but we're talking about a society standpoint. We already have a homeless problem. We already have a jobs problem. This is going to exponentially make it worse. And then no emotions. There are no doubt that machines are much better when it comes to working efficiently, but they cannot replace the human connection that makes the team. Machines cannot develop a bond with humans, which is an essential attribute when it comes to team management. I definitely agree. And then lastly, lacking out of the box thinking. Machines can perform only those tasks which they are designed or programmed to do. Anything out of that, they tend to crash or give irrelevant outputs, which could be a major backdrop. But that is very quickly changing. Okay. This AI stuff is starting to really, in a very simple way, but they're starting to use nuance. They're starting to respond, and learn things that are outside of their programming. Like there was one AI that actually was able to learn a new language. It was shown some text in a different language it wasn't programmed for, and because it had access to the internet, it was able to teach itself that new language and use it, which kind of blew a lot of the engineers' minds that were creating it. So again, guys, it just shows, just in a very small level, how quickly it can keep growing and keep getting better. And once it gets over the capabilities of regular humans, like even the smartest humans, which will definitely happen if they allow it, we're gonna be in a tough spot. Like for real, we're gonna be in a real tough spot. So I don't know, guys. And I wanted to show you this here too, this little clip. And this is from the BBC.com website. This is Jeffrey Hinton. And he announced his resignation from Google, but he is considered a man widely seen as the godfather of artificial intelligence. And he quit his job, warning about the growing dangers from developments in the field. So we're going to play this video here and see what he has to say when it comes to this. It's only a minute and 38 seconds. Let's see what we got here.
Those things where there's no way that people weren't going to explore it. The issue is now that we've discovered it works better than we expected a few years ago, what do we do to mitigate the long-term risks of things more intelligent than us taking control?
Let's talk about those risks, because you've said that you're worried about bad actors. What worries you the most about what could be used with this technology?
So there's a lot of things that a lot of other people have talked about to do with um, being able to produce lots of text automatically, so you can get lots of very effective spam bots. It'll allow authoritarian leaders to um, manipulate their electorates, things like
Mm.
that. Um, I'm not really talking about those. There's another particular thing I want to talk about, which is the existential risk of what happens when these things get more intelligent than us. So, quite recently, I've come to the conclusion that the kind of intelligence we're developing is very different from the intelligence we have.
Mm.
We're biological systems, and these are digital systems. And the big difference is that with digital systems, you have many copies of the same set of weights, the same model of the world. And all these copies can learn separately, but share their knowledge instantly. So it's as if you had 10,000 people, and whenever one person learned something, everybody automatically knew it. And that's how these chatbots can know so much more than anyone.
I mean, guys, uh, this is like I said, the Godfather, widely known as the Godfather of AI technology. Um, and yeah, he was at the age to retire, so it's not like he just quit just to say this stuff. But it's very concerning when the person who founded the technology is trying to tell people we need to hold off a little bit, we need to pull back, because again, like he was saying, if any type of authoritarian leader is able to get this type of intelligence and create it to an extent that's better than the United States or any other Western country, we are screwed. We are absolutely screwed. They're going to easily be able to take over everything. And it's really going to be like the battle of the AI technologies in each country. China's developing it. Russia's developing it. I mean, every big country is developing it. So, yeah, people are talking about putting a pause on it, but it's like if you put a pause on it, China's not going to put a pause on it. It's almost like the whole climate stuff and us trying to take away natural gas and all that in the United States and go towards something else, while China's over here like, we're just going to keep making more coal plants and we're going to use more natural gas. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to do the same thing with the AI technology. And I'm telling you, we can't stop just because of that. As much as I'm concerned about AI and the negative impacts that it can have on society, we can't stop if China is developing AI technology at the rate that they are. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the big thing that we really need to be paying attention, because we don't need a country that doesn't value freedom, which we're kind of losing that here in the United States, but it's still better than any other place. We can't let somebody who has such a dictator like control over a country to develop that type of technology better than anybody. So we got to be in the forefront when it comes to the United States in this. But guys, I mean, it's just nuts. It's just, this is absolutely insane. And then AI, I guess the chat stuff is kind of new, right? But I'm going to look over here because OpenAI is the one who they kind of been pushing the evolution of ChatGPT and the newest versions of AI that are out there. And just so we have a little quick rundown of who they are. They're founded in 2015 by notable names in Silicon Valley, including Sam Altman, Elon Musk, and LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman. OpenAI was a non-profit company until 2020. Why did they go away from their nonprofit? Again, guys, if we have a company that is trying to build upon AI and make it better and better, I would really like it to be a nonprofit. Okay, I don't want it to be profit organized where we just have a whole bunch of people throwing money in. They're investors. They're wanting a profit coming back on the money that they're putting in. It's just, I don't like that type of incentive. Just like I don't like the incentive in our healthcare industry. I don't want that incentive when it comes to AI. It's just, I can just see the negative, the negative, just stuff that's going to happen by allowing this, you know. So that's a little concerning that they are no longer a nonprofit. But let's go over here too, a little more in depth. In 2020, Musk said on Twitter that his confidence in the company was not high when it came to safety. OpenAI should be more open, in my opinion, the billionaire tweeted in response to an investigation into the company by MIT Technology Review. The publication said that an investigation into OpenAI revealed a culture of secrecy that ran counter to the nonprofit's purported commitment to transparency. More recently, Musk said he paused OpenAI's access to Twitter's database for training its software. Need to understand more about governance structure and revenue plans going forward, he said on Twitter on Sunday. OpenAI was started as open source and nonprofit. Neither are still true. So now they're not even open source, which if you guys aren't familiar with what that means, open source just means that their code, like that they're using to develop AI, it used to be open to engineers and different things to take a look at exactly the code used to make it. It's basically just opening up the body of AI and you're able to see how everything works, which is very important for just transparency reasons. But that, I guess, is no longer the case, according to Elon Musk. And let's see. And this is crazy. In 2019, the company built an AI tool that could craft fake news stories. At first, OpenAI said the bot was so good at writing fake news that they decided not to release it. Later that year, the company released a version of the AI tool as GPT-2. The company released another chatbot called GPT-3 in 2020, and now obviously we're on ChatGPT-4, which is just on another level. And that same year, OpenAI shed its status as a nonprofit. The company announced that it had become a cap profit corporation in a blog post. We want to increase our ability to raise capital while still serving our mission, and no pre-existing legal structure we know of strikes the right balance, the company said. Our solution is to create OpenAI LP as a hybrid of a for-profit and nonprofit, which we are calling a cap profit company. With the new profit structure, OpenAI investors could earn up to 100 times their original investment, but nothing over that. The remaining money would go to not-for-profit work. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe it. I'm sorry, that's not going to work. You can't have a hybrid structure when it comes to nonprofit and profit. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work correctly, especially when you're saying that the investors are able to make up to 100 times their investment. Guys, whenever you get money involved like this, especially with something like this, it's not going to end well. It's just not. I just don't see it ending well at all, especially with how our political structure in the United States and really everywhere, but in the United States has really gotten captured by lobbying, by lobbyists and big corporations trying to tie their hands with people in politics. I don't even trust that our politicians would do what's best for the American people at this point when it comes to AI. There's too much money involved, way too much money involved. And guys, I thought this was interesting. This video here, I really wanted to watch because it's Elon Musk. And again, this video is kind of, it's produced in like they got crazy music and stuff going on. So just definitely listen to what Elon Musk is talking about. All the other stuff is just theatrics to make the video better, which I don't blame him. It's a cool video, but it's a little 3-minute video. I think it's important just to kind of understand, because Elon Musk is one of the founders of OpenAI. He's very into AI technology, and he's even warning about this stuff. So let's watch this video and see what we got here.
We head towards digital superintelligence that far exceeds any human. I think it's very obvious.
ChatGPT, I think, has illustrated to people just how advanced AI has become. And there are much more advanced versions of that are coming out.
I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads, by a lot.
Because if one company that's spoken for people manages to develop godlike digital superintelligence, they can take over the world.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
At least when there's an evil dictator, that fewer is going to die. But for an AI, there would be no death. It would live forever. And then you'd have an immortal dictator for which we can never escape.
You know, it's quite dangerous technology, and I fear I may have done some things to accelerate it.
You know, I played a significant role in the creation of OpenAI. Essentially, at the time, I was concerned that Google was not paying enough attention to AI safety, and so I created OpenAI. And although initially it was created as an open source nonprofit. Now it is closed source and for profit.
The average person, they don't see killer robots going down the streets. They're like, what are you talking about? Man, we want to make sure we don't have killer robots going down the street. Once they're going down the street, it is too late.
Do you feel that one day mankind could serve the machines and not the other way around?
Honestly, when I see people on their phones, I think we're already serving the machine.
Now.
Humans have been the smartest creature on Earth for a long time, and that is going to change with what's typically called artificial general intelligence. So this is, say, an AI that is smarter than a human in every way. Predicting 2025, I think that's reasonably accurate.
It will cause damage or death. There will be an outcry. There will be investigation. Years will pass. There will be some sort of insight committee. There will be rulemaking. Then there will be oversight, eventually regulations. This all takes many years.
The way in which a regulation is put in place is slow and linear,
Right.
and we are facing an exponential threat. And if you have a linear response to an exponential threat, it's quite likely the exponential threat will win. AI would be used to make incredibly effective propaganda. Hones the message, looks at the feedback, makes this message slightly better. Within milliseconds, it can adapt its message and shift and react to news. And there's so many social media accounts out there that are not people. Like, how do you know it's a person, not a person?
Because the AI has been advanced for a while, it just didn't have a user interface that was accessible to most people. So what really ChatGPT has done is just put an accessible user interface on AI technology that has been present for a few years.
I think digital superintelligence will happen in my lifetime. 100%.
Guys, I'm telling you. I'm not saying I listen to everything what Elon Musk says. Okay, I'm not saying I'm a believer in everything that he does. But he's definitely speaking the truth on this. Like he's deeply involved, and I've done a little deep dive in AI technology, and there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good that can happen with AI technology. We can advance medical like medical practices, and surgeries are going to get more efficient. We might be able to develop different vaccines that actually work within 3 months and not need 5 to 7 years of clinical studies. You know what I mean? But I just think the bad is outweighing it a lot. And I'm telling you guys, I don't think I've ever seen the world be closer to iRobot than now. Like iRobot is not looking like fiction no more. It's looking like the near future. Like it's a little scary when you're thinking about it, but I just want everyone to be a little bit more aware, of what's going on with AI technology. I hope you guys really like the video. I know I like going over this stuff just because I like being informed, and I love technology. I want to be in the loop on all the new technology. But this is a little freaky. It's getting a little freaky, guys. All right. But hey, I hope you liked the video. Make sure you press the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But again, guys, I hope you have a blessed day and just have a great rest of your week. I know it's Friday, so have a good weekend. And we're going to put out our episode on Saturday about sports on the daily. But again, guys, stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next video.